like within our society. And so this man basically felt that gay-themed movies or anything gay-themed is only for adults to deal with. He did not want the film to be cut down. He did not want, actually, we did not have any visual cuts in the film. So that was, we were grateful for that, The fight was about the promo. But when it came to television, we had to cut out the key lovemaking scene between the two men, and as a juxtaposition between which is the crux of the movie, And I had to do that myself, and we had no choice. We had to mute the word gay for most of it. Yeah. Homosexual. Yeah. We got away in one or two places because I think it was rushed in the way it was said or whatever. But yeah, so there's no longer any reference to, you can't say it and you don't see the union between the two men. And it's horrid, yeah. But we got away with the cinemas and the TV.
I just want to kind of say two things. One is like when I was talking to somebody who is looking at changing some of the censorship laws, and the person said that like it's important to change it, especially homosexuality in cinema should be kind of not be so put so much of barriers that you can't, as much as say homosexuality is illegal. But he says the point is like, because in school, you talked about, we don't discuss homosexuality, it's not a school curriculum, okay, right from then. So only when you're an adult, you actually are talking about sexuality, homosexuality. So because of that, even cinema, okay, we would actually give it an A certificate. I mean, it is a logic which I didn't understand, but I can almost understand. So the day you put sexuality or talk about homosexuality in schools, that's when the censorship board or any kind of censorship, they will become a U and not an A anymore. So I think it is society and films and the censorship all reflection of each other is what quite an eminent person. So we talked about it. It was an interesting insight. But I just said there's a change. What we have changed as society. But this is something which maybe should think about in some sense.
I also want to bring up, as many of you will be aware, there's a Shamanical Committee for recommending changes to the censor board rules. And I'm going to read you one. There are many good things that it has recommended, and I think one point that a lot of people are exercised about. I'll just read you the section so that you're a little clear about it. It's called Section 5B1, and it says, so he had recommended that films be certified and not censored. You give them a certificate, let all of them go, but not censor any of them, which is of course wonderful. But this section 5B1 says, a film shall not be certified for public exhibition if, in the opinion of the authority competent to grant the certificate, the film or any part of it is against the interests of, in brackets, the sovereignty and integrity of India, the security of the state, friendly relations with foreign states, public order, decency or morality, there it comes, or involves defamation or contempt of court, or is likely to incite the commission of any offense. My feeling is whatever you chuck out has smuggled its way back in, but I could be wrong. Nandita, would you like to mull on this and what might be the implications of a new censor board regulation which includes such a clause?
I mean, this doesn't sound like rating, it still sounds like censorship. Sorry,
well,
I didn't understand that. I mean, because it's so arbitrary. What is decent for you may be indecent for me, what is moral for me may be immoral for you. Exactly. It's so arbitrary and random. I mean, in Iraq, I had to actually meet the censor board because they wanted to throw out many things. And in fact, they said, after beginning में वो disclaimer नहीं दिया, you have to write that all these incidents are sort of there's no resemblance to any character or any events. And my disclaimer was, it's a work of fiction based on 1,000 true stories. Yes. So one of the censor board people said that, oh, so there are 1,000 stories in this. So I said, no, when you say all based on 1,000 true stories, it's a metaphoric word. So you can imagine the kind of people that are in the censor board, that are sitting on judgment on your case. So I think I'm completely against censorship, not like a soft censorship, not the censorship that we are very great, amazing, intelligent, we know what is right. So we will censor, not one of those. There will be horrible things, that all five of us may completely dislike. We will choose not to see, we'll tell our friends, we'll write about it, we'll make a film about it, but we will not censor it. So I think we have to be almost a little bit fanatic about the fact that any kind of censorship is detrimental to growth of any society. And also it's just ridiculous because when you have internet, you have access in a way to a lot of things. So what are you really censoring? Which means you are in a way as a society saying it's okay to be hypocritical. You know, you are basically not encouraging honesty. You are not working on making a society more discerning, more thoughtful, do more critical appraisals, discuss films in a better way so that people know maybe what is good, bad, and we hone that aspect of understanding films. But by censoring, you are actually undermining people, you are deciding for them, and that too 5 random people are going to sit on judgment and tell a country of 2 billion what is right and what is wrong, what is moral, what is immoral, what is interest in national interest or not. So I think it's completely ridiculous, and somehow as a society we haven't taken it up as an issue. Because wrong kind of dialogues have, I think, been in the public space. Oh, you're talking about freedom of expression. Where do you draw the line of freedom of expression? What is the responsibility? There are 100 things that are there in today's mainstream cinema with U certificate, which are extremely regressive, which are extremely looking down upon a certain community or discriminating or just defy your intelligence, which might be completely worth censoring as far as I'm concerned. But I would still fight for their existence or the fact that they should be censored. So I think we need more public discussion on censorship per se, so that people realize that it's not a tool to be used, that it's a dangerous tool, that it can tomorrow be used for all of us, against all of us.
I just want to say, the film was given a certificate. Okay, again the same thing, even the triggers, nobody could know the film was getting. I remember when, again going back to Iron, at one point I was told that 2 men looking at each other romantically not good for children to see. And also being gay and standing there and listening to this makes it even so much more difficult because they're looking down upon you, your identity, humiliating you in a way. And you have to stand there and listen to that shit because ultimately navigate them and get it out. So I feel, yes, not only as an artist but also as a human being, you are constantly, it's not something that, it's something I don't enjoy. Like very often these days when I make my films, I tell my business partner that, when we have a census screening, you go because, it's, as a creator, when you see, you love what you do. I mean, especially when you're an independent filmmaker, you're not commissioned by anybody. It's not a project you're making. You're making something that you believe in, that you love. And then to see it being butchered, and I have unfortunately experienced that more than once. So